Alright, so I have the engine on the stand, flipped upside down. Makes it a lot easier to do this piece, I think. So the first thing you're going to have to do is there's an oil baffle here that goes on the bottom of the main bearing cap. Of course, they can't just use bolts on all of them. There's little studs, 2 studs, one goes here, stud goes there, bolt, 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 and then there's sorry, nut, right, bolt, 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 and 2 nuts that go in here. The oil strainer goes up on top, of course, otherwise you wouldn't be able to do it. So the stud part number is that, which is a pretty generic Toyota stud. And then the flange nuts that go on there are this part number. I'm going to reuse my bolts on this guy. They're really well seasoned. well seasoned, but there's nothing wrong with them, so I'm going to reuse them in this case. And then I am going to blue Loctite everything down here, and the torque spec on these guys is pretty light. Factory service manual gives this torque spec of like 66 inch-pounds, which turns out to be about 6 foot-pounds. So let me do that, and we'll come back, and then I'll do the oil pan. Before I forget, there is one other part. There's an oil strainer gasket that needs to go right here. Don't forget that. Good idea, thanks. Alright, this is what it should look like when you're done. These guys are all... These light torque specs, I was kind of bug me. I also feel like I'm gonna... Oh, this guy flipped it before. The oil strainer bolts are a little weird in here. This one's kind of awkward to get to. Okay. I'm just going to clean this up. It's a little bit greasy. And we'll put some FIP on there, and I actually sandblasted and repainted the oil pan so it looks all fancy and new.